Hi there and welcome to another session of Accountancy for the 11th Standard with me, Vishwanath sir. We shall continue the revision of Introduction to Accounting from where we last left off, and today we shall directly go to the functions of accounting. So the first function of accounting is basically maintaining systematic accounting records. Okay, anything whichever you put down should be put down in a very systematic manner, in such a way it can be retrieved very easily. Okay, so maintaining systematic accounting records is very important. The primary function of accounting is to maintain systematic accounting records of financial transactions and events. It means that the accounting records should be maintained following the accounting rules, principles, concepts, so on. It should also be reliable. The information should be reliable as far as possible, because it has to be maintained and it has to give everyone, whoever is interested, a very clear picture. Okay, so the first function of accounting is maintaining systematic accounting records. Let's come to the second function. The second function is preparation of financial statement. Now we prepare important statements like your profit and loss account and the balance sheet. The profit and loss account is known as an income statement, while as a balance sheet is known as a position statement. So these are very important because they give you an insight of how well the company is positioned. Okay, what is the financial position of the company? So the financial statement means a final accounts which is prepared at the end of the accounting period. It includes the income statement, that is a profit and loss account, and it also includes the position statement, which is the balance sheet. It is an important function of accounting because a financial statement shows the financial performance, that is a profit and loss, and also the financial position, not only the financial performance plus also the position. And this is done by the balance sheet at the end of the accounting year. Your balance sheet consists of two sides, liabilities on the left hand side and assets. Liabilities is what we owe to the others. Asset is what we have and what the others owe us. Both the statements are important for users to take decisions. Okay, so first was maintaining systematic accounting information, accounting records. Second is preparation of financial statement. Third is meeting legal requirements. So the Companies Act, the Income Tax Act, now the GST Act, all these things tell you to maintain your accounts properly, because you have to file the returns to them. You have to submit the information to them. The returns can be submitted if the accounting statements are maintained systematically and timely. It has to be done on time. Otherwise, there is a penalty if you do not order to do so. A systematic accounting record can be followed if the accounting principles and the concepts is accepted by the authorities to be correct. Okay, so it has to follow the compliance of the income tax, the GST and the Companies Act. Okay, thus the function of the accounting is to meet the legal requirements. So legal requirements have to be met. Next is communicating the financial information. So there are various people who are interested in knowing the accounts. So one of the important functions is to communicate the financial information to the people who require it. Next is, it is an assistance to the management. Why assistance to the management? Because they can take certain important decisions, whether to expand the business, whether to go into diversification, okay, or to stop the business altogether if they are making losses. So these are very vital questions which have to be taken, and because you prepare your accounts properly, because you prepare your financial statements properly, it will be of great assistance to the management. Just going through those 5 points which are the functions of accounting. Number 1, maintaining systematic accounting records. Number 2, preparation of financial statement. Number 3, complying and meeting the legal requirements. Number 4, communicating the financial information. And number 5, assistance to the management. So these are the functions of accounting. Now let us go to the advantages. Why should we be doing accounts? Why is it so important to do accounts? Why not maintain it orally or whenever we feel like? No, we have to do it. Number 1 advantage is financial information of business. Okay, the financial performance of any business during an accounting period, whether it is making a profit or loss, and also the financial position at the end is known through accounting. So every financial information whichever you get is coming through the financial statements and whatever you prepare. Okay, your expenses, your incomes. If your expenses are lesser than your income, it's a profit. If your expenses are more than your income, it is a loss. Okay, so financial information of the business is known. Secondly, assistance to management. Why? Because they can take very important decisions which we discuss, and certain things, if it is going out of control, they can throw it away altogether. Or they can diversify into new lines of business, or they can expand the current line of business if it is doing excellently well. Okay, not only this, it replaces memory. Many a times I know everything, but there is some vital thing which I miss out. Okay, so it's very important that we note it down. Okay, if we note it down, that means even if we forget, we can always look up for reference and do it. Okay, so it replaces memory. Fourthly, it facilitates a comparative study. Like a comparative study basically means if I have two companies, comparison between two companies. If I have one company, so comparison with this year with the last year's performance, or quarters are there, the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. So the comparison in different quarters I can make. So it facilitates a very good comparative study over the years, how it has happened. So it will give you some trend analysis in this basis. Fifth, it facilitates settlement of tax liability. Okay. Now, how much to pay tax is a very important thing. If we are having profits, we will have to pay tax to the government, and this is a compulsion because the government uses it for progressive purposes. Okay. So point number 5 is it facilitates the settlement of tax liabilities. Next is if you require loans, it also facilitates loans. So if your accounts are correct, and if you want a loan for expansion of business and you have the capacity of paying it back to the banks, so if you show the right information to the banks can grant you the required amount of loans. Also, it is an evidence in court. So if your accounts is correct, the court will accept your accounts, and this will be helpful to you in your any other financial cases which you are getting held up. So remember, it is an evidence in court. That's why maintain your accounts properly. Okay. Then it facilitates sale of business. If you want to sell off a particular business, it is easy because you have maintained your accounts. You will come to know the actual value of your business. What are your assets? What are your liabilities? Basically, all these things will be known by you. Okay. Then we come to assistance in case of insolvency. Insolvency is a position where a person cannot pay his debts. Okay, and it basically is a situation where your expenses have exceeded your income and you are in no position to pay at all. Okay, it's also helpful for partnership businesses because in the event of admission, retirement, death, all these chapters or even in case of dissolution, these chapters will be done by you in the 12th standard of your CBSE syllabus. It's also helpful for decision making. Okay, so these are the various advantages of accounting. Just repeating again. First is financial position about business. Okay, so you come to know where the business stands. Second, assistance to the management. So the management can take decisions, make business plans, and exercise control over certain affairs of the business. Thirdly, it replaces memory because if we note down things, we don't have any tension. We can get the information wherever required. For the very reason, in the mobile phone, if the numbers are stored, it's good for you. But it's very difficult for us to memorize those numbers. Facilitates comparative study. Yes, because you can compare one business with the other, one particular business this year with the previous year, one particular business the same in different quarters. We have 4 quarters in a year, from Jan to June, from July till the end of September, then October to December, and Jan to March. So 4 quarters are there. So we'll come to know the performance of each quarter. So this will give you a comparative study. Then it helps in the settlement of tax liability. it facilitates loans, it is also an evidence in court, it also facilitates sale of business, it helps in the assist in the insolvency event, also it helps in partnership firms, and it is very useful for taking decision making. Okay, so today what we did was basically what was the functions of accounting and what is the advantage of accounting. Kindly go through these points and make it sure that you know it thoroughly. Thank you so much. This is Vishwanath sir signing off.